Okay, so guys, in today's video, we're gonna do the third episode of this documentary about Jeffrey Epstein. So yeah, so anyway, let's without further ado, let's get straight into it. Okay, let's play.
Do you want to say anything just about the way your agreement has been characterized as a secret backroom sweetheart deal that somehow, through the political connections of your lawyers, that they obtained it?
It's all total bullshit. On closer examination, you'll find my penalty was harsher, not less, harsher, than anyone else has ever been charged with solicitation and prostitution. No girl ever came to my house. First of all, I never left my house. So any girl came to my house was coming to my house to get money, to earn money. New York, by the way, you should understand, for the same charge, it's a $100 fine. That's the charge in New York for this behavior. Now, it's two charges, clear. It's one charge of solicitation of prostitution. That's nothing to do with minors. Simply solicitation of prostitution. The other charge that related to a minor was procuring a minor for engaging in prostitution. So in New York, even up until 6 months ago, soliciting a 6-year-old prostitute was a Class D misdemeanor, was a fine of $100, similar to jaywalking.
They labeled us as underage prostitutes, and it's embarrassing to be identified as that. It's embarrassing, it's hurtful, it's all kinds of things.
These girls were not prostitutes.
Well, of course. Well, so here's the thing. So now they're talking about if there was a solicitation of prostitution, and I can agree, man. Like this is like these young women that came to his house. They know exactly what they're doing. Maybe the three at the top, of the organization, those one, maybe like I've said in the previous video, maybe they were tricked or something like that. They didn't know. Okay, they didn't know exactly what's gonna happen. But for all of the other one that got recruited by these other women, they know exactly what they're gonna do. You cannot use the oh, it was just a massage and all of that. So I've talked about that in the previous video. I'm not gonna address it anymore. But of course, these women, she's gonna say, well, it's embarrassing to be called that, and also this lawyer, he's gonna representing these women. So of course he's gonna be on her side, and
the victims are left beaten and destroyed, and with no answers.
I was shocked when I read that there was a plea deal. I didn't know you could make a deal with the government and, get a lesser sentence just based upon how much power and money you have.
Well, so basically this woman, she just want to destroy him. Like I've said, she knew exactly what she was doing, and she knew what the situation was, but she stayed.
Justice wasn't served. Everybody looked the other way. And we find out that what the government did was they kept the victims in the dark, so we didn't have our day in court. So, yeah, I was sexually abused by Jeffrey Epstein, but I was re-victimized by the...
But see, these women, she's the one who hired between 40 and 60 women. And now she's saying that she was sexually abused. Well, how are you sexually abused, but you recruited all these other women? Like, see, this is the whole thing that's going on with this documentary, is they let these women talk shit and talk all this nonsense, and nobody's trying to confronting them on this statement that they be throwing out here. This makes absolutely no sense. You were sexually abused, but you recruited between 40 and 60 other women, right? To do the same thing, to have the same kind of situation. Like, this is absolutely ridiculous, and I don't know how they let these women talk. But these kind of Netflix and all those kind of streaming services, they are also part of this shit. They always trying to portray the woman as the victim, and they never like trying to discuss like the details and but yeah, anyways.
In government that's supposed to protect us, they muted our voices. So I was angry. I'm still very angry.
I think that this is common for people like Jeff. I think that they often don't have to face the consequences for their actions.
I just wanted Jeff to be prosecuted. I wanted him to not be able to dig his way out of it with money.
And so that's very important, because that's the reason why these women go against this man. See, like I've told you, these women, they had access to plenty of other men. There were like hundreds or maybe thousands of other men that wanted to take her on a date or provide for her or marry her or do all these things. But she didn't want to deal with these average men. She wanted the top 1% of men in society. They want this luxury lifestyle, and they want these powerful men. They want to deal with them, right? Get all the benefits, and then later on call it abuse and call it, oh, I was a victim, and now I want to prosecute him and put him in jail and all this shit. But it's more like a vengeance, right? Because see, in my opinion, what happened is that, you know, Jeffrey figured out that they were old and he didn't want to deal with them anymore. So now they mad because of, you know, it's just biology, and it works against women. If you wanted a man to stay with you for a lifetime, you should choose a different
found out that this deal was made
caliber of
where
man.
the records were sealed, and like my ability to do anything criminally against him was gone. I was really upset about it. I was mad about it, and I didn't know where to go from there.
Hey, listen to this bullshit.
And then I get a call, like I think it was the next day or like 2 days after. It was Natalia going, "You'll never believe it. Jeffrey really thought you were cool. This guy wants to help me out, pay for my education."
Okay, so he want to help you out and he want to pay for your education. Why do you need that? Since you're so strong and independent, and you have all these rights and you have access to all these things that men gave you, right? And you live in one of the richest country on the planet. Why couldn't you do it by yourself, right? So you wanted this man, you wanted the help. But when it comes to the exchange, now it's a problem, because you don't want the exchange. You want him to help you out, pay for education, give you access to this big mansion and all this luxury lifestyle, but you don't want to give him anything in return. That's exactly what you wanted.
Then he was going to get me into the Fashion Institute of Technology. Natalia said he's got this private island, and we're going on this private plane, and it's amazing. It's
Oh,
like
of course.
paradise, and I'm like down for going to a private island on a private plane.
See, she's down for it. She has no problem doing all that stuff, but only when we start talking about what is the exchange exactly. What did he get? Like, if gonna give you all these things, what did he get in return? Nothing. That's exactly what they
It
want
was
to
on that
give you.
first plane
Nothing.
journey that something peculiar happened. Jeffrey started having hardcore sex in front of everybody with another girl, and everyone else.
Well, so that's kind of fucked up. But like when you went on this private jet and you saw that, you had no problem, because I'm telling you guys, like, when you're successful and you have plenty of money, all that, women will share you. They have no problem with this cheating and stuff like that. They only have problem with cheating if you're working a regular job and you don't have a lot of money and stuff like that. So women, since the dawn of humankind, have been sharing successful men, and basically the men at the top.
Was sort of pretending to be
So
asleep
I'm
and
not
ignoring it.
surprised
I just
that's
found it
what I'm
really
trying to
odd that
say.
no one was
politically and financially, and
This guy's a fucking snitch. He was talking about, these other powerful men. I don't remember, but he was snitching very hard. Like, he was talking about, he saw like a politician or some, and I don't remember his name, but it was talking about he saw him in a pool and he named the girl. And dude, like, you didn't have to do that. Like, you doing it in front of a camera. Dude, you have no character. So anyway, let's move on, because this is too long. Right now, she's talking about rape.
It was like lying on a surgeon's table.
Right.
And someone doing things to you.
So basically, she went there. She went on a private jet, on a private island with this rich, successful man, and all of that. And now she's calling it rape. She wasn't like, oh, we were having sex because that was the exchange and no, that she has to use this term because that's what's gonna get her like the kind of attention she's looking for. Because there's no other explanation. What the fuck he's gonna do with you? Okay, like he got all this money, and all this power and all this success and all these things and all these cars and mansions, and he owns a private jet and all of that. Like, why he's gonna be with you? Like, this is common sense. Think about it, guys. Like, think about it. There is no other reason why these men wanna be with you other than sex, because this is the only thing you can provide. That is the only thing. He's a man and you're a woman, and when a man wanna be with a woman is for only one reason, it's for sex. There's no other explanation. And now they want to call it rape, and because I wasn't there, you weren't there, and nobody knows what exactly happened, but they use these terms, you know, and nobody really know what happened exactly. But
That
I don't, me personally, I don't buy it.
I was trapped from the very first day. I think I was in such shock because I think the more he
Now
saw,
she's trapped, but she went, you know, she agreed to go with him. Okay, that was not a problem. But then when she went there and had sex with him, now she's trapped.
being damaged, the more he
See,
enjoyed
there's
it,
no logic
the
over
more it
here.
excited him.
There is no logic. And how many men do you think wanted to be with these women? How many men, like, just use your imagination and think how many men, like, maybe it's gonna be like 1,000, maybe 10,000 men want to be with her, and they're trying to invite her and do all this nice stuff for her, but she didn't want to deal with these men, these tens of thousands of men that wanted to be with her. She only wanted to deal with this type of men because rich and fame and success and power. That's the problem I have with this whole documentary. It's just like, it's fucking bullshit. Okay, now she's gonna talk about.
Yeah, it reminds me of the evening when I tried to escape the island.
Yeah,
after I'd been
she's
raped
trying
2
to
times that
escape
day.
and all that.
You do things.
Yes, guys, never trust when a woman is crying in public. If she's crying in public, she's looking for attention.
I began the massage like I always did, and then he flipped around and he threw me on the bed by holding my wrists together and raped me. He jumped off the bed and got in the shower, and I just jumped off the bed also and ran out of the door and ran all the way back to my villa. I left my shoes behind and was barefoot running back, and by the time I got back to my own villa, my feet were a bloody mess. And then I just cried myself to sleep that night and woke up the next day and tried to pretend like it didn't happen. Did I resist? Absolutely. Did I say no? Yes, I did. Did I fight? No, I didn't. I was terrified. I was isolated on a private island in the middle of nowhere, and
See, guys, that's why I have a problem with these stories, man. Like, why are you on a private island with these rich, successful men? This is the only question that nobody can answer. Like, if I put all these women in a room and I try to ask them this specific question, they will have no answer, right? They will say, well, I was trapped, I was abused, and I was all of that, and I was manipulated. But you didn't have to choose to be with this man. There was thousands of men that wanted to be with you, and you refused to be with those men. You belittled them, you insulted them, you humiliated them, you throw them under the bus, and you flaked on them, and you ignored all these men that wanted to take care of you and marry you and take you on dinner and treat you well and all this shit. But you want on this private island, and now you're calling it it is a problem. Well, it is a problem, but it's your problem. It's not the problem of the man, because you already know what he was about and all the money he has and all that stuff. So it wasn't like me personally. When I heard about this Jeffrey story, I was thinking he got a van. And he run like near like high schools and stuff like that, and he start kidnapping women, and they take him away in some basement or shit like that. That was what I was thinking. But when you hear this story, like there's absolutely no sense. You cannot believe what these women are saying, and there's a different perspective of this story. And I don't care if you agree or disagree, because that is the truth. It's just, this is Netflix, and they're never gonna tell you, you know, how it went.
Just didn't, you know.
Yeah, she's gonna
just
start
happened.
crying, right? Typical stuff.
A few steps, a smile, and a wave to the deputy at the door. We watched Jeffrey Epstein walk out of jail, but only his attorneys heard from him.
He's very happy that his jail sentence is over and he can begin a new chapter in his life.
Palm Beach billionaire Jeffrey Epstein is waking up in his mansion this morning after serving just 13 months of his 18-month sentence for paying
13
underage
months.
girls for sex. Epstein will serve 12 months house arrest at his Palm Beach home.
Yeah, so when it comes to his arrest, I kind of agree. There was a lot of corruption right there. He spent 13 months in jail, but he got like a private cell, right? And then he was allowed to leave for work 12 hours a day, and he was leaving 6 days every week. So as you can imagine, that was just like staying at a bad motel, right? And you know, I understand like how that can be seen as a but you know, that comes with the territory. Like when you have all these connection, you have all this money, then you can play the system, because the system is not fair. Even the people who argue, well, the government is here to protect us and stuff like that. You know, either you have a lot of money or you don't have any money. There's corruption on all levels.
Elaine got on one of the phone calls and said, "This is a great opportunity and we'd love to have you." I went from just the masseuse to being asked to be a personal assistant on this trip. So I was blinded by the opportunity of it. I hadn't gone anywhere really, and to go to Africa was like a dream come true. I flew from LA to New York. The plane was ready on the tarmac when I got there, and I took a seat. Then our guests arrived. It was Bill Clinton, Kevin Spacey, and Chris Tucker. I was blown away.
Man, let me tell you something. She enjoyed all of that stuff. Like, now she's talking like she's a victim and all that, but she was really enjoying it, because like you heard earlier, she was raped and assaulted and all that stuff, and she was trapped on this island. But now she's going to Africa with him. And she's meeting with all these rich, powerful men, and she's enjoying it, man. Like, she really liked that.
But the trip was about the AIDS
Look,
organization.
she's fucking smiling. She's
started
smiling next to him.
Probably the single
And this is
most
Bill Clinton, and man, this is just an average woman, and she's dealing with one of the president of the United States. Like,
amazing moment of my life.
That's what she said with exactly her word. It was the amazing moment. She trying to like act like she's sad and all of that, man. But she was really happy when she was doing that. Don't believe these women. They're full of shit.
Because nothing had happened in Africa, thinking that maybe it just wasn't going to happen anymore. But after the Africa trip, the abuse started all over again, and it never stopped after that. It never once occurred to me that I was being paid for anything more than being a masseuse. I really kept it separate. I was there for a job, and this man was also sexually assaulting me on the side.
Man, look, she's smiling. Look. Do you think this is the face of a woman who's been raped? And she was assaulted, and she was not happy with the situation, and she was looking for a way to leave. And look, man, she's smiling. She had no problem with it. Just now she want the attention and, you know, be on Netflix and all that shit.
I definitely didn't have the mature mindset of a normal 21, 22, 23-year-old. My mom had fled an extremely abusive relationship, and so when we fled, I was taking care of my sister. Years later, my then 17-year-old sister was living with me.
And what did I tell you guys in the previous video? They all had damaged family. The woman divorced the man, and they start living by themselves, and women, they cannot raise children by themselves. This is a fucking lie. You need a father and a strong male figure in your life, because men have a brain that actually function, and we can think logically. Okay, now I'm gonna give you a scenario. Let's imagine these women that portray themselves as victim and all of that. Let's imagine they go and ask their father, "Hey dad, I met this man, he's successful and rich and has all this money, and he asked me to go on a private island to do this and that and that, and they explain it in detail without explaining it in detail. What would your response will be if you're her father, or if you're her brother or cousin, or just even a stranger on the streets? What will you say? Will you say yes, go with this man, or no, don't go, this is risky and all that? What would you, I'm gonna answer it, because anybody who thinks logically, even if you have half a brain, you will come to the same conclusion as I did.
One random weekend, Jeffrey and Ghislaine flew to LA, and they just invited me for lunch. Ghislaine was like, bring her along, you know, and it never occurred to me that this was maybe a bad idea. I never thought that he was doing this to other people. I really didn't. So
bullshit.
I brought my sister with me, and
That's
it was
bullshit.
decided right then and there that they were going to send her to school in Spain to study language and to pursue her dream to be a translator.
Yeah, so all of them, they wanted this education and all of that. Like the first one, on the first episode, she wanted to go to Thailand to teach English or whatever. This one, she want to be a translator. Yeah, but if you wanted all this education and job, and the reason why you will get a job is to be independent and you know, and pay your bills and stuff like that. Now you're with these men and trying to get all this experience,
2005, almost 2 years later,
and at the same time trying to enjoy. Like, man, absolutely no
she came back
sense.
home with an eating.
Look, man, she's fucking smiling. Do you think this is the face of a victim? Look at the smile on her face. Look. This is the face of a victim. This is exactly the expression of someone who don't want to be there. Fucking Christ.
Disorder. She was real thin and looked horrible, and she confessed that Jeffrey had been sexually assaulting her basically since they sent her to school.
Man, these women are full of shit. Now she's acting like she's sad and she regrets and all of that. You know why? Because now you're old. That's why. Now you're old and he don't want to deal with you anymore, and that's what makes you angry. It's not the fact when you were there, you were really enjoying it. And don't try to fight me. You have to fight God or the creator or whoever created you, because this is biology. And it's just sad, because when women grow up, they lose value. And that's just a fact that you cannot really argue.
And I let her move to a different country under the pretense that she was going to...
Yes, and then she sent her sister. She know there was abuse and there was sexual assaults and there was rape and there was all these bad things. But then she sent her sister to endure the same kind of fucking shit.
This amazing education.
Makes absolutely no sense. Like, where is the logic?
The person who was traumatizing me for the last 3 years, and how could she not be angry? You know, I would be angry. There's definitely still a lot of
what is the logic
that I have and feel that I don't know will ever go away.
Man.
Jeffrey found out what your weakness was. When I was 14, I'd been raped. That one rape will affect you for the rest of your life.
Well, but me, I don't trust. I don't trust you. I don't believe you unless I have proof.
Part of being sexually trafficked is you are coerced right from the start. Once you've opened that door, they then shut that door, so you can't get back out. Women
use this. I was raped and I was abused all the time. So the problem is not that these women, it doesn't happen. It's just that the women, they lie about it all the time, and now you cannot trust those things.
Having the sexual relationship with a guy that gives me money, it was too much. I just dropped out of high school. It wasn't pretty. It was, drugs, money, sex, fast life.
Okay, see guys, drugs, money, sex life, doing all this stupid shit, that's what gets you in trouble. Because this has never been done since the dawn of human time. Women will kept, right, secure with their father, and then once they move from their father's house, they go straight to their husband's house, right? And they raise their children, they raise their family, and they don't get exposed to that stuff. But now that you want this feminism, you want this empowerment, you don't want to listen to your parents, you want to do whatever you want, whenever you want, with all these people, and get all these experiences. That's what you get. This is the outcome that you get. Yeah, this is the story, I believe.
We went for a snorkeling day on his island, and Keelan's like, I want to talk to you about something kind of serious. And I thought, oh God.
Oh yes, this is the story.
And she goes, well, Jeffrey and I, we want to have a baby. We want you to have the baby for us. But it's not really going to be your kid because we need child's rights to us. It was gut-wrenching. I knew I had to get out. But I was afraid to say no. So I said, okay, well, you guys did promise me that I'd get an education. So could you at least let me get my massage certificate? And we'll do it.
And see the difference, guys. She was. Did you see, guys, the difference? She was very, very, very cute. And look at this picture. She was thin, and she was like kind of innocent looking, and she had a totally different kind of appearance. And now look at how she look. She's old and fat, and she has all these wrinkles, and yeah, it just bad. Like, you know, sometimes I feel sorry for women, because like as they age, it's just like they lose a lot of their value, and because men judge women based on appearance, it's like, you know, I would rather deal with this type of women, and once they get all that stuff, you gotta throw them to the side. And I mean, there's plenty of men that will be with you for a lifetime, but only if you respect those men. But most of these women, they have no respect for men. They only want to be with the most the successful, the richest, and all that. And that's what men get all this resentment. Like it's not like natural. It's because like of all these experiences that happen. Anyway, let's skip.
And he says, happy birthday. This is for you. You're gonna go get a certificate.
Yes, yes, she wants to chime my entire Thailand. This goofy man, and then like, well, this guy's is fucking stupid. Okay.
It's like that. He said, come back to Australia with me. 7 days later, we were married in a Chiang Mai Buddhist temple in the mountains. It was the happiest moment of my life.
Yeah. Happy.
Jeffrey. I didn't know what to say or how to say it, but I said, it just blurted out. Jeffrey, I just got married, and I'm not coming back. I said, what do you mean? And you could tell he was pissed, well pissed. And I'm scared to death.
Well, of course he's pissed because you took his money, right? That's what he's pissed. He's not pissed because you went and married another guy. He don't care about you like that. He was just worried because he lost the money, right? He was expecting something, right? You tricked him. See, in this society, they have no problem when women trick men, right? But when men trick women, now it's...
One of the first things that I said to my husband was, Robbie, enough's enough. We've got to do something. He needs to be brought to justice. And I said, okay, let's hold him accountable. And that's when we decided we're going to go get him.
Yeah, now she wanted to try to sue him and all of that. So after she got the money and got access to all these things, now she want to sue him and all of that. Man, that's insane, man. Listen, this is my opinion. If you agree or disagree, feel free to leave your comment down below.